You're tracking your meals, hitting your workouts, and avoiding sugar like it's your ex, but the fat just won't budge. Sound familiar? The truth is, most people trying to lose fat fall into the same sneaky traps that silently sabotage their progress, and they don't even realize it. From weight loss plateaus to misreading what progress really looks like, these fat loss mistakes could be the reason you're stuck, frustrated, or ready to give up. Welcome to FlexAndShred, where we don't do guesswork. We do science-backed, strength coach-approved strategies to help you lose fat, build muscle, and create a healthy lifestyle that actually sticks. Smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because today we're breaking down the most common fat loss pitfalls, and more importantly, how to avoid them so your journey doesn't hit a wall. Let's get into it, because you deserve real results, not recycled mistakes. 1. Over-restricting calories. Starving doesn't equal shredding. Let's be real. When people want to lose fat fast, their first instinct is usually to eat like a rabbit. Skip meals, cut carbs, barely eat anything, and call it a cleanse. But here's the cold, shredded truth. Starving yourself is one of the fastest ways to stall fat loss. Your body isn't dumb. When you slash calories too low, especially for long periods, your metabolism slows down to conserve energy. Think of it like your body going into survival mode. Less energy spent, less fat burned. That's a fat loss plateau you created. A study from the International Journal of Obesity found that extreme caloric restriction leads to muscle loss, hormonal imbalances, and reduced metabolic rate. The holy trinity of fat loss failure. You might see the number on the scale drop, but it's not body recomposition. It's just water, muscle, and misery. So how do you avoid this trap? Use a structured meal plan with a moderate calorie deficit. Think 15 to 20% below maintenance. Focus on high-protein meals to preserve muscle and promote satiety. Include fiber-rich foods like leafy greens and whole grains to support mindful eating. Don't skip meals. Spread your nutrition across the day to stabilize energy, hormones, and cravings. And remember, Weight Watchers, fast weight loss isn't always fat loss. Progress isn't about eating less, it's about fueling smarter. If you're trying to improve health and body image, don't turn your fitness goals into a starvation game. Sustainable fat loss is about nourishment, not punishment. Eat like an athlete, not like someone prepping for a hunger strike. 2. Relying too much on cardio, not strength training. Let's talk cardio. Your go-to treadmill sprints, your late-night HIIT videos, your weekend 5Ks. Cardio has its place, no doubt. It burns calories, boosts heart health, and supports physical activity. But here's the problem. If cardio is your only tool for fat loss, you're leaving serious results on the table. A common fat loss pitfall is treating cardio like it's the holy grail of weight loss, while ignoring what truly drives sustainable, long-term fat burning: strength training. Here's the science. Strength training builds lean muscle mass, which increases your resting metabolic rate. That means you're burning more calories, even when you're not moving. According to a study in Current Sports Medicine Reports, muscle tissue burns about 3 times more calories than fat at rest. That's passive fat loss, people. And no, lifting weights won't make you bulky. That's outdated fitness fear-mongering. What it will do is tighten up your body, improve your body composition, and protect your metabolism, especially during a calorie deficit. Still stuck on endless cardio? You might even be breaking down muscle instead of building it. That means your body could be shrinking, sure, but softer, slower, and less defined. Not what you want. Here's how to fix it. Prioritize strength training 3 to 5 times per week. Focus on compound movements like squats, deadlifts, rows, and presses. Add short bursts of cardio, like HIIT or walking, after lifting or on separate days to support cardiovascular health without burning off your gains. Track your strength progress just like your weight. Your goal is to get stronger as you get leaner. Whether you're training in a full gym or rocking bodyweight moves in your home gym, strength training is essential for fat loss, body recomposition, and total transformation. Cardio burns calories. Strength training changes your body. 3. Chasing the scale instead of real progress. Let's talk about the most toxic relationship in the fat loss journey. You and your bathroom scale. You know the routine. You wake up, weigh yourself, and let that number decide your entire mood. If it's down, you're winning. If it's up, panic mode. But here's the truth bomb most people don't want to hear. The scale is lying to you, often. Fat loss isn't linear. Your body is a complex system that responds to hormones, water retention, inflammation, sleep, stress, and yes, even your salt intake from last night's meal. A sudden 2-pound gain overnight? Probably not fat. It's water. A sudden drop? It could be water or muscle, not necessarily progress. A study in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics highlights how short-term weight fluctuations are rarely tied to fat gain or loss. So using the scale as your only progress tracker, that's like judging a book by the font. Here's the smarter way. Use progress photos weekly. Same lighting, same pose, same time of day. Track body measurements. Waist, hips, arms, and legs. Inches don't lie. Monitor strength improvements. If your lifts are going up, you're likely gaining muscle and burning fat. Pay attention to how your clothes fit, how you feel, and your overall energy levels. And here's where the mindset shift happens. You're not here to just shrink, you're here to transform. That means focusing on fat loss, body recomposition, and self-improvement, not just shrinking a number on the scale. So if the scale isn't playing nice, don't let it derail your entire mindset. Progress comes in many forms, and sometimes the number doesn't drop, but your waist does, your lifts go up, and your confidence explodes. That's not weight loss, that's winning. 4. Inconsistency with nutrition and meal planning. You train hard, you sweat buckets, you smash workouts like a beast, but then Monday's meal plan turns into Friday's fast food free-for-all, and Saturday, you're back in the pantry like a raccoon at 1 a.m. This, my friend, is the pitfall of inconsistency with nutrition, and it's one of the biggest reasons people spin their wheels during fat loss. It doesn't matter how clean you eat for a few days if you're constantly going off track every weekend or grazing mindlessly through the week. Fat loss requires nutritional consistency, not perfection. Let's break it down with some science. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that participants who maintained consistent calorie and protein intake, even with slight fluctuations, saw better fat loss results than those who went through cycles of over and under eating. It's not about being perfect, it's about being steady. Here's where meal planning becomes your best weapon. You don't need a Michelin-starred spreadsheet, you just need a plan. Know your meals ahead of time. Prep simple, high-protein options in bulk. Keep snacks portion-controlled and macro-friendly. Use structure, not restriction. And here's the kicker. Mindful eating plays a huge role too. Are you eating because you're hungry or because you're bored, stressed, or emotional? Awareness is everything. When you slow down and eat with intention, you naturally make better choices, improve digestion, and avoid overeating. Your metabolism thrives on routine. When you fuel your body consistently with nutrient-dense foods, lean proteins, healthy fats, complex carbs, and fiber, you'll see improvements in your energy, recovery, and body composition. And let's not forget hydration. Water supports digestion, metabolism, and appetite control. Sometimes what feels like hunger is just dehydration in disguise. So if fat loss is your goal, don't let inconsistency be your downfall. Build a meal plan, stick to it 80 to 90% of the time, and stop starting over every Monday. Consistency isn't sexy, but it's how transformations happen. 5. Neglecting recovery and sleep. The silent fat loss killer. You're hitting every workout. You're tracking your macros. You even foam roll once in a while like the mobility king or queen you are. But if your recovery game is weak, your fat loss results will stay stuck. Here's what most people forget. Recovery isn't optional. It's essential. And sleep, that's not lazy time. It's prime time for fat burning, muscle repair, and hormone regulation. Let's start with the science. A study published in the Annals of Internal Medicine found that individuals who slept only 5.5 hours per night lost 55% less body fat compared to those who slept 8.5 hours, despite eating the same number of calories. What they lost instead? More muscle. That's not fat loss, that's a metabolic disaster. When you don't sleep enough, your body increases cortisol, a stress hormone linked to fat storage, especially around the belly. Your hunger hormone ghrelin goes up, while your satiety hormone leptin goes down. Translation? You're more likely to crave sugar, carbs, and junk food, and less likely to feel full. And let's not ignore physical recovery. Strength training, HIIT, and workouts in general cause micro tears in muscle tissue. Sleep is when your body repairs and rebuilds, making you stronger and leaner. If you're constantly training on an empty tank, your performance drops, recovery stalls, and fat loss slows to a crawl. Here's how to level up your recovery game. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Create a consistent bedtime routine. No scrolling TikTok until 2 a.m. Take at least 1 to 2 rest days per week. Active recovery like stretching, walking, or Pilates to burn fat counts. Don't fear rest. It's where the transformation happens. Remember, fat loss is more than just workouts and willpower. It's about giving your body the conditions it needs to thrive. When you rest smarter, you burn fat more efficiently, build more muscle, and actually feel good doing it. Because if your goal is to improve health, strength, and body recomposition, then recovery is your secret weapon. If your fat loss journey feels like a hamster wheel, chances are you're getting tripped up by one or more of these silent progress killers. 1. Over-restricting calories. Starving slows your metabolism. Fuel smart, not less. 2. Relying only on cardio. Cardio burns calories. Strength training transforms your body. 3. Obsessing over the scale. Progress isn't just numbers. Track photos, strength, and how you feel. 4. Inconsistent nutrition. No plan, no progress. Stay consistent with your meal plan and mindful eating. 5. Neglecting recovery and sleep. Sleep like a beast to burn fat like one. Recovery isn't rest, it's growth. These aren't just fitness tips. They're self-development tools. Because improving your health, body image, and confidence doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing what matters, consistently. So here's your move. Drop a comment and tell us, which fat loss pitfall have you been guilty of? No shame here. This is about self-awareness and self-improvement. If this video hit home, smash that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell icon to join the FlexAndShred fam. We're all about science-backed strategies, workouts that work, and real talk that gets results. Remember, this isn't a sprint. It's a healthy lifestyle built one smart decision at a time. Don't just chase weight loss, chase transformation. Your results are waiting. Let's go get them.